Hello, friends. It's Dr. J here, and I want to talk to you today a little bit about Esther as we continue to look at different ways and look at how the world is changing and just looking at how are you going to impact those around you. I remember just going through, of course, I'm going through my with the Bible verse here, looking at Esther and the law of timing. We think about time and we see so much going on with Esther. It's like when to lead is as important as to what to do and where to go. And it forces me to ask the question of what do we do now? Where do we go now with all of the varying things that's happening around us and just the difficulties and the challenges that we face as a people. And so we think about the test of timing in our lives. Make sure that the decisions that you make stand the test of timing. I have been faced with some difficult decisions. I have made some difficult decisions. You're probably doing the same right now. And so when we think about it, to help determine if it's the right time to seize an opportunity, there are a couple of things that we need to follow. We need to really, the first one is to look at the needs around us. What are the needs around you? When you keep a finger on the pulse of the people's basic need as a leader, whether you're a CEO or are you a supervisor, a manager, or you've just been given that opportunity to lead, when you keep that finger on that pulse and what the people want, you'll always find opportunities to lead. I remember when I was in a leadership position, there was it's just endless opportunities. Opportunities are just all around you, but it's a test of time. So Esther understood this. If you go in and you look at in Esther chapter 4, verse 6 to 17, Esther understood the test. She understood the needs of the people. If you go back and look at that, she understood not only what they needed. This story is so unique. You really need to go back and look at it for yourself. But she also understand what they needed from her. They needed her support. They needed her humility. They needed her to be fully aware of who they are. Not only were they hungry, some of the people she went out and she sneaked out and she fed some of the folks. What she really did was she got in touch with their needs. That's what she did. She got in touch with their needs. And in doing so, she made a point. She continually asked her, what is their mood? What's going on in their lives? What do they desire to accomplish? When we look at the people that's around us and there are needs everywhere, I think about just people who are not even living in our country right here, people who are in different country, and as a matter of fact, people who are right here, we have not stopped to meet their needs or even ask what are their needs. And that's a powerful question Esther has placed on us to consider as we're looking about how do we meet others where their needs are. And again, the desire to accomplish. Sometimes when we stop and we ask people, what is it that you desire to accomplish? My goodness, it becomes so huge. You recognize that people do walk around with these desires, that some of them they're imagining, and some just want somebody to talk to them about it. Another question Esther posed for us and posture us to think about is, what do they need from me? What do they need from me, their leader? I'm wondering today, the people who you lead, what is it that they need from you? What is it that they need from you? I want to think that as a leader, people need me to understand that they are people. People need me to understand that when they show up for work, that they too have some challenges and they just need support. They need me to understand that they need to be given the tools and resources to do their jobs. Like people, there's so many needs. When we think about the levels of engagement, whether in the workplace or in the home, there are needs. And Esther is teaching us today that when it comes to needs, that we do hold that responsibility. Now, I'd love to share more about Esther with you and get into a real conversation and go really deep. And so if that is your desire, if that is something that you wish to accomplish, it would be my pleasure for us to converse and go deep and see when it comes to Esther and the law of timing, when to lead is as important as to what to do and where to go. Of Of course, you know, I'm Dr. Sharon Johnson. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And if you think this video can benefit someone else, please feel free to share. Thank you so much.